Should our enemies choose foolishly to challenge us, they will be crushed by the violence, precision, and ferocity of the War Department. In other words, to our enemies, F-A-F-O. If necessary, our troops can translate that.
And to our enemies, BTW, you better GTFOH with that shit. So on that note, I'll TTYL. Why am I talking like this? IDK. I don't know if this is just a New York City thing, but Pete is the epitome of what we call a herb here. He's such a fucking herb. At least we have solved the mystery of who actually came up with, if you are seeing this, you are gay, to put that on the bullet, because no one is as corny as Pete Hegseth. Our poor enemies are out here right now scratching their heads like, Fafo? Of course this comes after Pete Hegseth berated our service members for being fat, right? And then calling on Donald Trump to the stage. As if the leader of our country does not resemble someone who has been decomposing in 98-degree weather for weeks. Went on and on about masculinity, as if Pete Hegseth doesn't sit in a makeup chair every fucking morning. I mean, you really gotta think about it. The audacity of Pete to sit there and talk that kind of shit in front of our service members who have courage, right? For even being there in the first place. But I guess you can't relate when your courage comes from liquid. This is the same guy that came up with the idea to call it the War Department, but didn't want to change his title from secretary. I was actually surprised by that. And what was the best part about it, right? After he thought he was going to get some massive applause, because you know when he was practicing that in the mirror, he told himself, okay, Pete, now pause for applause. It never came. Ever. And for the first time in my life, I never thought I could relate to someone in the military because I've clearly never served. But when that camera panned around to look into the crowd, the look of confusion on all of their faces was finally something I could say, wow, we have something in common. Anyways, G2G, bye. Joke of a country.